Alright YouTube, I'm back with my opinion of the 3DS. And I know what you all want to know. Does it actually work? The answer is yes. You do see the depth, the 3D, and things can pop out at you. I have one game, haven't even opened it yet, but I was just testing the 3D to see if it worked, and some of the features. Now, the main feature that I found very appealing are the augmented reality games. Now, these games take these cards, you get 6 of them, and you're able to play little mini games with them. They're a lot of fun. I played the archery game for a little while. It's, you know, something new and different. You move around with the 3DS. And I have it on the charging station because the battery life isn't great, according to what I've heard. So, you move around with the 3DS. Yes, I could just plug in the wire directly into the 3DS, but I don't feel like it. In any case, you move around with the 3DS. The only problem with this is that as you're moving around, you're kinda tilting your 3DS, and there's just one sweet spot where you actually get the 3D. So they're not as good as they could be, but in the same breath, if they were that good, this piece of technology would cost more than this house, probably. So, the 3DS, it does work. Now, the next thing you want to know, is it worth it? At this point, probably not. There are very few games out there for it. But, in 2-3 months, it will be worth it. Because there's The Legend of Zelda, Mario Kart, Mario Brothers, Resident Evil. If there's a game you like, it's from Nintendo, it's coming out on the 3DS. So, if you're thinking about going out and getting one, a few things. If you don't have the money now, don't worry, there's not really that much good out now anyway. So, if you're gonna get one, if you have the money, go out and get one now. They are amazing. But you can wait if you want to, or if you don't have the money. It's not going to be that big of a deal. Next thing is some of the features that are included on the 3DS. The analog stick. I'm going to compare that, where'd I put that thing? To the analog stick on the PSP. Now the little PSP analog stick, as if any of you have PSPs, you know, they were a good idea, but they weren't well made. So these things can pop off. The 3DS analog stick is great. You feel it has a rubbery feel to it. It feels real nice on your thumb. The position of the D-pad now is a bit awkward, but you can use the analog stick for your DS game, so you don't have to worry about that. The L and R buttons, they all have a nice click feel to them. You're never gonna have any problems with that. Nintendo, they make good stuff. And the 3D camera, it works really, really well. It doesn't take the best pictures, but it takes pictures that are 3D. So, it doesn't really need to be the best, I guess, is what I'm trying to say, because they're 3D. So, if you have the money, and you want to see what all the hype's about, go out and get one of these. They're great. If you don't have the money, wait a little while. Get it when the good games come out. Because Nintendo's never really made a failure of a handheld. Also, couple things I like. They include with the system, I forgot to mention this, a 2 gig SD card, which you can put your music on to listen to it, take pictures, anything like that. And another thing I really like is the DS and the DSi XL the DSi and the DSi XL had little volume clicky buttons. I didn't like that. They've gone back to the little volume slider. Up and down. They have a little wireless switch on the side right here. And let's see. Oh, the menu. I don't know how well you'll be able to see it because I'm using my laptop webcam and it's kinda shit. But the menu, the way it's set up is you have on the front there's settings for the menu, brightness, and how many rows you're going to be displaying up here. And then it's set up with, like, if you have a Wii, you know how they have the channels. It's set up exactly like that. Then you have a couple applications, like up top there's the internet, which hasn't been unlocked yet. You need to update the system to unlock the internet. Messages, which is where Nintendo will send you messages about, you know, just random things that are coming up, like updates, that kind of stuff. There's friends lists, which apparently all friend lists are universal now. So if I add your DS, I don't have to add each individual game as well, which is really nice. And then you have a notepad, which you can use for writing down notes, taking them down, and then saving them. One of the best things I think about this, though, is that you can have multiple things running at one time. So I can open up the augmented reality games, those little cards I showed you, and then if I have to take down a note, I just press the little home button right in the center here, right there, and go back to the menu so that I can take down the note, and then I can go right back to what I was doing. It's really nice. Again, if you have the money, go out, get this device, because not everyone has the money to just spend to see if this works, and it does work. So if you're the guy who has it, let other people see that it works too. It does. Okay, I'm Brian, signing off.